Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining me for this 1 hour yin practice. I'm looking forward to this downtime that I'm going to share with you. I'm at home today, so I have a pillow and I have my meditation cushion, which I'm planning to make use of. And I'm also near a wall, which I also plan to make use of. So to set yourself up so that you can easily and comfortably and quietly move into this practice, then it's probably a good idea for you to set up close to the wall. Good. Okay, well, let's get started. Come on down to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Tune your attention into the inner world by bringing your attention to breath, body, and mind. And then we'll gently bring the hands together, allowing yourself a long and deep breath in. And as you exhale, rest your hands down to any comfortable position, being aware of the quality of the breath in and being aware of the quality of the breath out. Noticing the feeling of the inflowing and the outgoing breath as it makes contact with your body. To begin with a more kind of specific focal point for the breath, bring your attention inside the nostrils, at the entrance of the nostrils and in the area around the upper lip. Having this very specific resting point for your attention makes it easier for you to feel and be aware of your breath. Once you are aware of the sensation of the breath, then gently be aware of the sensations in the body. Notice how your body feels as we begin this practice together, whether tired, sore, whether you have sensation in the body or whether the body is hard to feel. Just be aware and notice how your body shows up at this particular moment in day and time. After a few moments of awareness on the body, you might feel sensation in the fingers, toes, the hands and feet, or some other parts of the body might come online, almost as though these body parts just say a gentle hello, hello, and they let you know how they're feeling and how the breath is going. So now we have those two anchors of mindfulness, your breath and your body. Along the way, there are various thoughts, sounds in the environment, and other distractions that seem to call your attention away. Whenever that happens, just be aware that the mind has gone away and gently ask it to return. And when you do that, you are aware of the quality of mind as mind, so that you are aware of breath, body, and mind as the three traditional anchors of mindfulness, and these begin our practice. Allow yourself a long, deep breath in, feeling your connection to those three anchors of mindfulness, and then allow yourself a deep breath out. Softly open the eyes. We'll begin in constructive rest position today. So bend your knees and roll the spine gently down until you can feel a nice contact with your sacrum on the ground. And then having the sacrum kind of really comfortably rooted on the ground, let your knees spiral in towards each other. And we'll stay in constructive rest for a little while, bringing your awareness to the soles of the feet, to feel the contact of the soles of the feet with the ground underneath you, to feel the soles of the feet making a deep connection into the earth underneath you, feeling all of the contact. Once you feel your connection down through the soles of the feet, you may also feel a deep connection down through the sacrum, through the shoulder blades, and through the back of the head, being aware of the contact of your body with the ground. Whatever may have been happening in the day, or whatever life situations seem to be around you now, notice whatever arises with a quality of acceptance and surrender. And if due to difficult life situations, maybe pain in the body or stress or anything else that might be bringing up irritation or discomfort, then focus on a long, deep breath in. And then slow your exhalation down, so a long, conscious, deep breath out. Let's do that a few more times. Feel a long, deep breath in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in until the breath reaches a very full point. And then slowly breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Let that breath cycle in and out so that you begin to bring in a little bit of relaxation into the mind, the body, and the nervous system. Gently just speaking the language that all is well, no matter what's happening in the world around you, no matter the difficulty, no matter what's happening, allow yourself to really just make peace with where you are. This moment, this breath, this is what's real. This moment, this breath, within your deep awareness. With every breath, feel yourself just shift a little bit more down, a little bit more down, a little bit more down. The mind quiet and calm, a deep space of healing where the body can just come to rest. Allow yourself to feel that state of quiet and calm, and bringing your attention to the sensation of the inflowing and the outgoing breath, keeping your awareness throughout the body. We'll be here for just a few more breaths, keeping the mind quietly focused within, being very aware, being very attentive towards all the sensations, towards all the feelings that may arise, coaxing the nervous system into a deep, quiet relaxation, a deep, quiet space of release. Now we'll slowly prepare to move. So gently walk your feet a little bit closer to each other. we're going to back up against the wall. So as I reminded you at the beginning of the practice, we want to be close to a wall. So just scoot yourself gently over towards the wall. If it feels better for you to align your mat against the wall, you can do that. But you may feel comfortable just kind of as you are. So scoot up against the wall and then place your hips as close to the wall as possible. And we're going to take Viparita Karani up against the wall. That's looking good. Take a moment here and you can just maybe walk your feet, wiggle the toes. And then before we settle in, I want you to externally rotate the hip joints, internally rotate the hip joints, bend the knees a little, and then flex the feet a little, and then let the feet naturally kind of fall so that the bases of the big toes are gravitating towards each other. They may or may not touch. Then close the eyes, resting your hands in any place that's comfortable for you. If you feel a little cold, or if it's cold in the room that you're in, feel welcome to cover yourself with a blanket so that you can relax a little bit more. Feel the contact of your sacrum and your shoulder blades and the upper arms on the ground. Notice the sensation in the soles of the feet as the blood and circulation from the soles of the feet starts to travel down. If you've been sitting, standing, walking for most of the day, or if you've been on a long travel, or if the nervous system is just very hardwired and very kind of edgy, this is a wonderful position with support to stay for a nice long time. And just by elevating the feet, any old inflammation, any old accumulation of lack of circulation can be slowly encouraged to move on down and rejoin the flow. If you feel you need to wiggle your feet, if you feel that the feet move a little away from each other, that's okay. Just let the hint of gravitational connection between the bases of the big toes, let that hint of contact, the direction of attraction, let that really happen between the feet. Keeping the eyes closed. If you're feeling impatient or bothered or irritated, bring your attention to the breath and a nice long deep breath in. Long deep breath out. With every breath, let yourself release, relax, and surrender just that little bit more. If you find that the mind is quiet and meditative, then you can let the breath be natural. Drifting off into that border, the border between the conscious and the subconscious mind. If you notice that your mind drifts completely off, you find yourself daydreaming, and that's okay, but gently invite the mind to come back to awareness. Awareness of breath, awareness of the body, the energy of the body, the subtle body, the space around the body, the emptiness within the body. Be aware of the quality and texture of thoughts, so that even though thinking may be present, there's awareness that moves hand in hand with the quality of thought. Always staying present with those three traditional anchors of breath, body, and mind, letting the practice be meditative, deep, powerful inner focus. We'll be here for a few more moments, so really enjoy this time to really rest and drop deeply in. Notice that palpable shift in the nervous system or the mind, given the time to wind down. All those knots in the mind simply start to untie as you feel a deeper sense of breath, body, and mind. And now to prepare to slowly change the posture, let's do a long, deep breath in, conscious and aware. A long, deep breath out, again conscious and aware. And then again, as you inhale, conscious and aware, bend the knees, leaving the feet on the wall. Just feel the thighs kind of moving in towards the chest. Another long, deep breath in. Now, as we exhale, you're going to open the feet and we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana. Depending on where you are, your feet may remain relatively high on the wall. So if that feels correct for your body to let the feet remain high on the wall, then do that. Let the feet remain high on the wall, the heels together. And then you can bring the feet down. And then again, the heels may stay together, or it's also acceptable, if it's comfortable for you, to let the knees spiral even more open and just keep the little toes in contact with each other. The key is to find your effortless space, the space where your body, the space where your body is able to just kind of hang and relax in the posture. If you need to reach out and hold the knees to give them some support, especially if we're up here, this could be a beneficial thing to do. If you feel that you enjoy this posture more holding the feet, you can also hold the feet instead of resting them on the wall. We'll stay for a little while. You can let your hands rest anywhere that's comfortable, but please remember, don't pull, don't force the body. If there's pain, and perhaps there is surely some stretching, slight discomfort style of pain, Be aware of that. Notice the discomfort and notice your reaction to pain. One of the deepest teachings that's available to us from the yoga practice is the teaching on pain, how to accept some suffering, how to remain peaceful in the face of discomfort, how to remain equanimous, even amidst what could be great suffering, great pain. This is one of the greatest teachings that is available to us, not as a theoretical experience, a theoretical teaching, but as a lived, tactile experience that we practice each time we come into yoga. You could consider the elements of the acceptance of pain, in fact, one of the core teachings of yoga. The flip side being not attaching to pleasure. The acceptance of pain and suffering, the letting go of attachment from pleasure and happiness, is the intelligent wisdom that recognizes all is changing, all is changing, all is changing. I am not this body. I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. There is something beyond. And there is a peace that is transcendent of the world of mind and matter. The technique of yoga. The technique of yoga is here to help you walk over that bridge, which you could call leads to the realization of the true self within. We'll be here for a few more moments, so really enjoy this time, making a deep contact with your breath, making a deep contact with your body, making a deep contact within yourself. Now let's focus on the breath, a nice long conscious deep breath in and a nice long conscious deep breath out. Now let's do it again. A nice long, conscious, deep breath in. And a long, conscious, deep breath out. Change your hand position to under the knees. And then we'll gently scoop the knees in together. And you can gently hug them into the body. And then straighten one leg and straighten the other leg. Come back to Viparita Karani for a moment. You might want to just bend and straighten your knees a little, just to get a little movement back. Pointing the toes. If possible, scoot a little closer to the wall. And after you scoot a little closer to the wall, we will prepare for the straddle position up against the wall. So this is building on the work that we did in Baddha Konasana. So first let's take the legs out to a V shape and see how that feels. Good. And see if you can come a little wider and just explore what is the length and openness and the position of the legs that your body likes to reach. And you may kind of need to change the sacrum a little bit and then see how that feels. Good. And then if it's too intense, you can grab your bolsters or 2 blocks and place them under the outer edges of the thighs for a little support. That can kind of help everything relax. If that's accessible to you, if it's not accessible, no worries. You could just leave them out there. This posture, it can be helpful once you reach a certain level to give a little, ever so slight engagement of Mula Bandha, all right? If your legs are quite high up, supporting with the hands can be very beneficial. So let's make a goal to really focus on the breath here. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Try to keep some portion of the pelvis on the wall. Again, nice, long, conscious, deep breath out. We won't hold this one for as long. This is a little more intense, at least it is for me. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, and deep breath out. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, deep breath out. Keep it quiet and aware. See if you can find that relaxation point amidst the intensity, that relaxation point amidst the intensity. Make sure the body is safe. If you need to lessen the posture a little, you can always lessen the posture a little and see if your body likes that more. If you need the support, you can always bring that in. So really make sure that the body is very happy, that you're not overstretching, and that the parts of the body that need support are getting that support. If you feel pressure on the knee, that's a good place to put a little something under, to allow yourself to just find a little bit more comfort, a little bit more happiness amidst the inevitable suffering. Let's go for just a few more breaths. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, and deep breath out. One more. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, and deep breath out. That's good. Hold under the knees. Wiggle your feet a little more in, back to that V shape. Good. All the way up with your feet together. Let's just paddle out your knees a little bit. I know that might have been pretty intense. We're going to use the wall for one more posture, okay? And then we'll come off of the wall. I want you now to press up onto your elbows. As you press up onto the elbows, this starts to give you a chance to again get your hips a little closer to the wall. This could be enough, but if you feel that your body has a little more space, then you can straighten your arms and just use your arms as kind of a pivot point to kind of hang on. If you want to slide the cushion behind your back for a little support, you can do that as well. And then just kind of explore the forward bend in this supported position. Gently picking yourself up a little higher and maybe even feeling the contact of your head moving close to the knees. If that doesn't feel relaxing, then move your hands a little back. And then again, notice your breath in this position. How does the breath feel? Do you need to bend the elbows for a moment and straighten? You want to lean to one side or lean to the other side? How's the breath feeling? How's the body feeling? Where are those pain points, those points of tightness? How can we move them into release? You might even explore bringing your feet up off the wall if that's comfy. If that's not comfy, you can just leave the feet on the wall and give yourself a very gentle kind of fold. A very gentle fold. If the hands feel like they're falling asleep, you can give them a break for a moment and come onto the elbows. And then come back up onto the hands. And then again, we just get that feeling of finding support, finding a sense of release. You might even explore with dropping the head back, looking up at the ceiling, and dropping the head down, rolling the head from side to side. We won't be here for too long. I know we've been against the wall for a while. Maybe you want to wake your feet up with some little feet rolls and ankle rolls and switch that around. Okay, let's gently bend the elbows, cross the feet, and just wiggle yourself away from the wall until you can come back onto the center of your mat. That looks good. Let's roll over onto the side, open the knees. And let's grab a cushion and place that in between. And then maybe another pillow, all right? And then we'll forward fold into a nice, relaxing, supported child's pose. Give you a moment to get everything in place. Good. Nice. So remain calm even as though you're changing position. Let the mind really move into this very quiet space. If you want to change your cushions or move them around so that you feel more comfortable, do that. But really get the sense of support. And then allow yourself to breathe as deeply and as fluidly as possible. If your knees are too wide, you can bring them in. If the knees are not wide enough, then you can widen them. You just want to feel a sense of spaciousness so that your torso can drop down between your thighs. So if the hips are too elevated, you might need to shift them back and kind of squeeze the pillow a little bit to get that kind of ideal point where you can really rest. And then we'll close the eyes and settle in. And if there are many thoughts, the mind is very busy. Concentrate on the breath and the sensations in the body. If the mind is quiet, then moves into a more subtle awareness. Focus on the space inside the body, the subtle body. Notice all the sensations that you feel throughout the body. Be aware of all those sensations, remaining calm, quiet, and aware. And let the mind deeply relax. The body move into that drop-down state of surrender and release. We'll slowly prepare to move, so a long, conscious, deep breath in. A long, conscious, deep breath out. You might want to come back into the center. Another one, long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, and deep breath out. If you're using a bolster, shift the bolster forward. Remove the support from the inside. And as you inhale, we'll come up onto the hands and knees. Walking the knees a little bit in. Good. And then I want you to come forward over the bolster and open the front of the pelvis. So we'll just do a little counter stretch here, and you're gonna come up onto the elbows and use the bolster or the pillow as a little support. You lift the ribs in. I'm going to really roll your thigh bones a little towards each other. That's good. And see if we can just be here quietly. Good. Very important to give the legs a chance to stretch out and the front of the hip a chance to stretch out. So you might want to just wiggle back so that you can really open the front of the pelvis. Close your eyes and we'll stay here for a little while. Let yourself just really settle in. Drop a little bit more in. Moving into that quiet, calm, meditative space. How is your body feeling? How is the contact of your breath, your body, and your mind? You could play around with engaging the legs for a moment, softening or wiggling the butt, and then relaxing the legs. You could do that a few times if you like. Engaging the legs, softening the glutes for a moment, and then relaxing them. You want this to feel as easy, as easy as just hanging out at the beach. Good. We have just, after this, one more posture before we take complete rest. So allow yourself to be here and enjoy this wonderful space. Good. We'll stay for about 3 more breaths. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. 2 more. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. Last one, long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. Relax, shifting the elbows forward. Come completely off and just lie face down for a moment. Let the spine just equalize. And then we'll gently lift the head up and we're going to roll over onto the back. So give yourself a moment to resituate. Now we'll do a nice reclining twist. You're going to walk your feet in, and then after you walk the feet in, we're going to cross the right leg over the left, and then both knees come over to that right side. And draw the navel a little bit in, and we'll hold this for just a few breaths, letting the spine just kind of happily twist over and lean over. If you like, you can extend the left arm and gaze over to the left. Feel the contact of your body on the ground. Feel the breath cycling in and the breath cycling out. Notice the quality of your mind and your emotions, how that shifted and changed throughout the practice. Just a few more and we'll prepare to switch the sides. Long, conscious, deep breath in. Long, conscious, and deep breath out. Inhale slowly back to the center. Switch the sides. Right leg down. Left leg spiral on top. Long, conscious, deep breath in. And then you exhale, both knees over to the left side. If you like, you can extend the right arm and drape the head over to the right. Please don't pull. No pulling or forcing the knees down. You just want to find that kind of pivot point where the body rolls over. And if you'd rather rest your knees on the bolster, you can slide the bolster in and you can rest the knees over on the bolster. That works as well. But if it's not necessary, then just find the point where your body kind of is happy to be in the posture. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. Notice the quality of the sensations in the body. Where is their tightness? Where is their release? Is the posture easy and then it gets more intense? Or is the posture intense and then it seems to get a little bit easier? Notice the quality of your mind. Notice the quality of your mind. Are there many thoughts? Or have the thoughts slowed down? Let's inhale and come on back to the center. Exhale here. Then inhale, open the legs. And if you'd like, you can slide the bolster underneath your knees, or the pillow underneath the knees. And let that support the knees and the sacrum. And then let yourself kind of unravel, turning the palms open, resting completely as you relax. Release. Quiet the mind. And let yourself experience a deep surrender. Feeling a sense of deep renewal at the cellular level of the body, at the energetic level of the spirit. Let your presence flood the body almost like a big, bright, golden sun that enters the body and fills you up. Allow yourself now a conscious deep breath in. As you exhale, reawaken the body with sensitivity and bending the knees, the elbows, gently pushing the bolster or the pillow away. A constructive rest position. A nice deep breath in. You might take a little stretch or open the arms if you like. You may feel and it starts to come up. And then as you exhale, bend the knees into the chest and thank your body. Thank the practice. And then exhale, let's roll over onto the side. Inhale, come on up. We'll keep the eyes closed and return to a comfortable seated position. Let it feel as though you've just woken up from a very, very good night's sleep. A sense of peace, of happiness, and of love that emanates from your heart outward. so that you share whatever peace, whatever harmony is in your heart with other beings and all beings. Hands come into prayer position. May I share whatever peace, whatever harmony, whatever love is in my heart with all beings. May there be more love, more peace, more forgiveness, more kindness each and every day. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love, and with a deep bow and reverence to the tradition of yoga. Namaste.